Hey all, and welcome to War Games on Toast, all you lovely people. I am back once again, talking about the latest edition of Warcry. And I am once again nattering about the Beasts of Chaos. I feel like I've extensively covered this faction now, but there's certainly a little bit more we can do. More specifically, what to buy. How do you start collecting Beasts of Chaos? Well, that's what I'm here to do today. I am here to go through all the potential options, or at the very least, some of the best ones. So knowing what is good and what isn't, as well as what lists are interesting and why is all well and good, but where do you start? What is the best way to spend your hard-earned dollary dues and walk away with an army worthy of Warcry? Well, before I dive into any of that, please consider scooting on over to the like and subscribe button, maybe even tapping that bell icon. It helps the channel an awful lot. It lets me know what you want to see next, and then I can try my darndest to make that a reality. I am currently trying to get some battle reports together. Still, I know I've been going on about this for what feels like weeks, but it apparently is harder than it looks to do, so try and get there, trying to sort out space, lighting. We'll get there, maybe. So things are there, not on the back burner yet, but there's just a bit of a hiccup, so to speak. But all that aside, let's get back to the beasts. So where do you start with Beasts of Chaos? Well, first things first, let's get this away and reveal the secrets of how I've learned how to use OBS now. So we have more animated videos. So, first things first, the Beasts of Chaos Start Collecting box, called Start Collecting Beasts of Chaos, is a great way to start. You get 1 Great Bray Shaman, 10 Ungo, 10 Best to Go, and 1 Gorgon or Cygor based on what you want to build. This kit is very, very nice. Everything here is not only useful, but good, if not best in class. By this we mean the Great Bray Shaman is one of my personal favourite heroes in all of Warcry. Super cheap, decent in combat surprisingly, fairly resilient for its price. This thing is the cheapest dedicated character we have access to, not including things like half-horns and full renders, that nonsense. As good as they are, the Great Bray Shaman is super cheap. It has access to movement manipulation, all round excellent character. Would absolutely recommend getting this thing. On top of that, you get 10 Ungo. The box shows Ungos with smacky sticks and shields, but you actually get Ungo with smashy sticks, shields, spears and shields, and the Ungo Raiders, so they have the bows. And of course, you have the options to build as many half-horn as you want to say are half-horn, but looking at the kit a few seconds ago, I have a few, you seem to get 2 half-horn helms, so you could theoretically build a Ungo half-horn and an Ungo Raider half-horn, giving you 3 characters in this kit so far, in addition to all those other Ungo. Next up, the Bestigo, another fantastic unit. This is our shock troop infantry. They like to run in there, they like to hit things with their big axes, and those things like to be dead. So, excellent, toughness 4, strength 4, I believe it's 2-5 damage, it could be 2-4. Either way, great. They've got a good ability where they just impale you on their horns, and of course, you can build a Gouge Horn. So build the Gouge Horn all you want. Gouge Horns are great. They are between the Forerender and the Beast Lord in terms of price and efficacy in combat. They're pretty good. So again, that's your 4th character in this box, in addition to a bunch of infantry to mix and match to make the perfect little infantry-based warband. And this is all then rounded up by the monster. Now, I'm not going to lie, you're probably not going to always use a monster in Warcry. They're very expensive, they're a bit clunky, and to be fair, they're a little bit too strong, especially our monsters, specifically the Gorgon, who is on par with the Chimera, and in some ways is actually better than the Chimera. And for the record, the Chimera is currently the main talking point for murderous killing machines in Warcry. So we have an answer to that. Will you always take it? No, probably not. Definitely not. But it's there, and for £65 or your equivalent in US dollar dues, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Now, for our second option, we have multiple options, of course, is to abandon this. Be gone. Start collecting Beasts of Chaos. You are no longer needed. We have this. Now, I did pick a partially painted one because partially painted is cheaper. There you go. You can just strip these down, paint over them, do what you want. But honestly, these are fine. Look at the little models here. They're pretty swanky. What you get here is you get the Great Bray Shaman, which is always a plus. We love the Great Bray Shaman, as we've already said. So, Great Bray Shamans, woohoo, it's in here. 2 Ungo, we love Ungo. 2 Ungo Raiders, we love Ungo Raiders. And a Bastigo, oh my god, everything here is what we've just said was good. But in smaller numbers for a lower cost. Brilliant. Now, all these sculpts are unique. So you will not find this Bestigo, this Bray Shaman, these Ungo, all these Ungo Raiders anywhere else. Yet. They are currently tied into the Gashrax Despoilers Warhammer Underworlds set, which is currently out of production. So you are forced to go to eBay. If you didn't want this, you could always go for a second-hand thing over here, which comes with the just sprues. More expensive, it's $60 or apparently £50. And honestly, this is where this set gets a little bit on the side of things. When you're paying about the same price as the start collecting box and you're getting less, sure, you're getting less waste, but you can't really play a game of Warcry, which tends to be at 1,000 points. With just this, there's not enough points. You would need to buy more anyway. So what would you buy on top of this? Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Before then, we have one more thing. And that's just buying single kits. Like, if you were going to go and start Beast of Chaos, you could always just opt to go for single kits. By which I mean going for Ungo. Like, Beasts of Chaos are staggeringly cheap. These sculpts are very old, and Games Workshop have amazingly not increased their prices to the point of lunacy yet. So for 10 Ungo, and all the bits here, 10 Ungo or Ungo Raiders, for £18. That's cheap as chips. Gore are £3 more expensive if you wanted some bulkier dudes in your army. If not, Ungo are great. What makes this set in particular really good is you can buy this set and then you have a fully legal almost 1,000 points worth of Warcry. Like right here. You have enough to make multiple half-horns8 quite expensive points-wise compared to basic infantry, or at least compared to basic Ungo. You have, of course, then between 8 and 9 regular gore that you can build with spears or bows or wacky sticks if you really want to, I guess. The wacky sticks are nowhere near as good as the spears, in my opinion. Up to you, though. It's all up to you. And that'll give you 1,000 points quite easily. It shouldn't be too difficult on one box of Ungo to push up the price to, if not 1,000, very close to 1,000. And this is where the next bit comes in. So £18 for some Ungo. Boom. Bulgo. Of course you'll take Bulgo. £30 for 3, that's £10 a model. Quite expensive. Go to a local game shop, go to your Element Games or national equivalent to get those spicy discounts. Boom, Bulgo. What does Bulgo do? Bulgo kill everything. This is a great kit. These are expensive models in terms of points. These can, with your Ungos, take some Ungo, take some of these guys, boom, you've got a 1,000 point list that can really do damage. It can play objectives, it can do everything. Not only that, this also comes with all the options. You have your big axe, you have your small axe with shield, and your 2 smaller axes at once to go bam bam bam. Excellent way of doing it. Not only that, this chunky guy at the front, he's a blood kind. Dude, he looks like a Doom Bull. If you give him a big axe, he looks like a Doom Bull. The Doom Bull sculpt's horrible. It's resin. Don't take it. Unless you find the metal one, because, okay, the sculpt's really nice. It's just awful in resin. But you can just get one here. This Bloodkine with Big Axe is a Doombull in name, apart in all ways but name. So like, it's a great kit. You know, you've got a leader, you've got 2 Minotaurs or Bulgo, then you've just got 3 of them. Go smash things to pieces. It's great. And this leads us back to Gashrak's Despoilers. Throw in some Bulgo into the Gashraks. Boom. You're sorted. You're ready to go. Bulgo plus the Gashraks. 1,000 points. Easy 1,000 points. You can take the Bloodkine, the Doombull, or the Great British Shaman, or both. You take them both. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. The list is there. The models are there. So what would we recommend overall? Honestly, when I was penning this episode, I was going to say go for this. They start collecting Beasts of Chaos, and the more and more I thought about it, the less and less I can recommend this as my number 1 pick. Is it a great way to start? Yes. This is excellent. You'll have more models than you can shake a stick at, and you can then build all kinds of warbands. All kinds of warbands from this, and it's great. But we would still recommend adding Bulgo to this to really round it out. And this then brings that close to £100. And that's a little bit rich. That's a little bit rich. Just to get started, it's hard to throw down that much money on a faction or a game that you don't know is any good. So would we recommend doing that? No. Okay, yes. If you've got the money to spare, then yes, this is probably the best way to go. Start collecting, Bulgo, boom, you've got most of the faction, you're ready to go. However, if you are just starting fresh, dude, it's Ungo. Buy Ungo. If you want to get a bit spicier, Ungo plus Bulgo, it's under £50. Brilliant way of doing it. Go to Element Games. Not affiliated, but go to Element Games. Go to any third-party retailer. Get it for that 10-20% discount. It's going to be cheap as chips. And you're going to have a great starting force and loads of fun. There's 3 characters available here. Pick up a Great Brave Shaman on eBay. Pick it up as its little standalone sprue. It's a lovely model. Pick that up too. And then you're done. There's nothing else you need to buy to get started. You can play so many games with just those Ungo and this and just mixing shit around. It's great. If you want to get a bit spicy, buy some Go. Buy some Best of Go separately. There's no need to go out and buy it all in one go. So buy it in small single kits. Boom, 2 kits. You're done. What's more, the Ungo are, I kid you not, you can build Ungo. They're 4-piece models. Their entire body is 1 piece. Then you attach the arms and the head. Boom, done. That's it. They're so quick to build. So even for the beginner builder, the beginner painter, brilliant. Even look at the shields. If you look at the shields here, most of their shields are to the side of their bodies, as opposed to directly in front, because of how Ungo stand and how the arms position. It means they've got a very open stance, which means their entire front is easily accessible, even with shields. It's genius. These are really well built models, and despite their age, they're a blast to paint and a blast to play with. So that's our recommendation right there. Ultimately though, it is up to you how you want to go. These are all great ways to start, and there are other ways to start if you really wanted to narrow down your focus into one very specific way. Maybe you want Dragon Ogres, just buy Dragon Ogres. Don't ignore that. If you want Dragon Ogres, ignore all this. Buy some Dragon Ogres and obviously some Ungo. Replace the Bulgo with Dragon Ogres. It's up to you. But these are a great faction to start building, painting, playing and collecting. So get into it. Beasts of Chaos are amazingly fun. And that's really all I have for you today. I've tried to move away from having very strict scripts in this video, and trying to experiment with actually moving images sometimes. So I've tried to experiment a bit. I don't know if you prefer this more. There is a script. It's very rough. But if you want more of a structured video like the old ones, let me know. If you like this more off the cuff, top of the head, reading from a very rough script, mistakes in the speech, let me know. I'm trying to improve, try to be better. Throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks, really. But that's all I have for you today. If you made it this far, you are well and truly on the path to the Beast Lord. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button, and of course that notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos and various projects. I think I am well and truly done with the Beast of Chaos for now. So if you have any ideas on what faction you want me to cover next, feel free to let me know in the comments. I am thinking about doing one on the Chaos Legionnaires and the Centaurian Marshal, because they're fairly new, but I do have Sundered Fates on the way, so maybe I'll do that. Who knows? If you've got ideas, plonk them down. It'll be great. Until next time, I'll catch you later, legends. Happy raiding.